Transition. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this match of RRWC. And I have a co-caster today. Won't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Frody. Thanks for having me, Crazy for Daisy, or Sender the Dude, how it is
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, no, did the whole switch up. Long ass story that's, a bit too personal for RR, but we do have a 1-1 record for Spot the Cat and a 0-1 record for Veggie. Honestly, not enough of a data set to truly say how this match will go, but considering that Spot the Cat picked the map, we could probably see him doing some confident gameplay today.
I mean, yeah, like you said, not much of a sample to go on. I mean, a player like you mentioned, picking a map always shows at least some level of comfortability, right? But from my experience, especially this tournament, it doesn't mean anything. We've seen so many times that the player take the opponent's map choice. So even that I would take with like a grain of salt, you know? Sure, it is his map pick, but it's still completely up in the air.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, what are some interesting Mumbai spins you'd want to see? Since I know like Mumbai is very, large with like disguises and stuff, so you could get a lot of interesting combos.
Well, the thing is that I'm also adminning this match, so I already
Oh,
know
oh yeah.
what they're gonna get.
I forget that. I forget.
Yeah, but no, I think like the maelstrom is always the most interesting part of a Mumbai spin, right? Like in all honesty, mostly the wood and Vanya, we will always see the brick lure, always in the same sequence, the same timing. You know, get those disguises ready, then initiate the brick lure. But the maelstrom is like the interesting part of Mumbai, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. You see a lot of strats with the maelstrom, either take him immediately or shoot up the flag, or just a lot of other things you could do with the maelstrom. And even though Vanya and Dawood, sadly, you don't really see too much variety in a match, like you'll always see some amount of variety when it comes to the maelstrom. Definitely one of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
coolest targets in Hitman in general.
Yeah, from a gameplay perspective, I definitely agree with you. Yeah, for the other two, it's just like don't get me wrong. A lot of players have tried and looked into it, but brick lure is just too strong, too good. You know, like it doesn't make sense not to do it. It's just too convenient, too fast, too good. So unless you get some crazy kill conditions for both of them, like that is what you'll always gonna see. But yeah, Maelstrom, especially if you get like a live kill or like falling object, fall, stuff like that, then it can be really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And like, live kill along with, no KO and, all that in general. Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds left on the spin. Also nice to mention that you actually have the record on this map, a 6 minute 24 spin, at RR12. Do you remember what that was?
I just remember that the last skill was like an explosion accident on the wood. And that's what I was playing Vanium in that match, and that was what was making the difference. Like he waited to set it up, and I went a little bit further on the barge and just like went lucky and just shot it, and that made the difference there in terms of the map time. But I believe the other two were pretty fast and straightforward.
Yeah.
It was a really fast spin. I mean, we always have RR stats, right? So shout out to those guys, and you can always look up what the exact spin was when looking at the record.
Oh, for sure. I'll be honest, our stats is like one of those websites that I totally forget to look at when casting, but it's pretty useful. So what
Yeah,
up?
also for playing.
Yeah, for
Also for
playing as
playing.
well. Because like you'll just look back at a spin and everything, see how pros and like, you know, other players have done it. And you could like give spins a try yourself or try to copy their strats. So
Yeah, but also in terms of scheduling with your next opponent, right? Like you can see
yeah,
their history, see how they're doing. Well, what are the strong maps? What are the weaker maps? And you can just
that's for
somewhat
sure.
base it off that.
All right. For the spins, we have amputation knife lead actor for the Maelstrom, silent sniper rifle holy man for Vanya Shaw, and beak staff elite thug for Dawood Rangan. We haven't really seen too many beak staff kills. At least I haven't personally. Uh, amputation knife kind of out of the way for Maelstrom, but not too bad. Uh, and then silent
Yeah, I
sniper.
mean, no live kills, no loud kills. So this does look like a pretty standard Mumbai yet again. Of course, lead actor is also pretty close to like the Skybridge start, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see Skybridge an early isolation on the Maelstrom and a grab on the lead actor because it's all just so nearby, right?
Yeah, no, like totally. Like I feel like you'd be really dumb not to do Skywalk because you get the Holy Man, you get the lead actor, you get the isolation. It's like there isn't really much more you could ask for. Beak Staff Elite
Exactly.
Thug is, you know, sure like not there, but no reason to start nearby over there. And then, you know, every other start
Yeah.
would just be irrelevant.
So we did see a quick rip there by Veggerby already. He was the first one to load in, but now due to that rip, SpotTheCat, a slight lead of only, well, 20 seconds. Oh, and another rip for Veggerby here. He's
Uh
trying to look at where the amputation knife was checking out the barber there, but the barber, of course, drops the barber razor. I mean, makes a lot of sense, right? Barber dropping the
yeah,
barber razor.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, amputation knife can be one of those very weird items that you just don't memorize, especially, you know, a map like Mumbai. There's just so much shit going on that, you know, you're bound to have one or two items that you're like, man, where the fuck is this thing, you know? So
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, amputation knife is pretty out of the way. It is in the train yard, so that's quite a little bit of a detour here. Veggerby is pausing. I'm pretty sure he's consulting hit maps at the moment to find out where the amputation knife exactly is. Because, yeah, like you mentioned, like if you don't know, then especially Mumbai is just an overwhelming map, right? It could be anywhere. The map is huge.
yeah, it's not worth looking around. There isn't really any scenario it's worth looking around for an item, but like there is some, you know, times where you could get away with it, but not in this case. So looks like Veggerby not doing too well with the Holy Man Maelstrom lure. He's getting a Holy Man to turn around, which is very problematic. So, and we got a okay, we had a pause from Squap. It was only a quick one, so it looks like
Yeah.
he did get lead actor, which is pretty good. So.
I mean, to be fair, I like the Maelstrom Holy Man combo can be a bit awkward if you have like really practiced it. Like you see people do it all the time, right? But there are some nuances to it, and it can be really annoying if you don't know those nuances. To be
Oh
fair.
yeah, and we gotta like say that, you know, in general with a lot of like RR strats as well. So you see them so often, you're like, oh man, like, you know, that happened. Everybody does that like first try. How are they messing that up? And then you do it in a match, you're like, oh, there's a lot to this. Just these players are so, you know, skilled and talented that, you know, they make it look easy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Uh, do you have a do you have any idea? They're saying like Robo Frody voice. Is there something I can do to fix that?
Uh, I don't know. I have no idea what it is. I could restart Discord real quick. So give me like 10, 20 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. And of course, right when he resets, it's fine. Whatever. It is what it is. So maybe it was the Discord like. Okay. Let me let me turn myself up. So that's what the audios is, and
All right, I am back.
okay, yeah. So, do you want to talk a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk a little bit. So we got Spot the Cat with quite the lead here. He had no issues whatsoever getting the Holy Man Disguise and the Maelstrom isolated. Did retrieve the amputation knife there as well from the train yard. Yeah, should be pretty ready already to initiate the Bricklore here. Has the Holy Man Disguise, has the sniper rifle in his briefcase. So yeah, pretty set to go here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, it is looking very, nice for both players and perfect volume now. Thank you. Okay. So we got the volume fixed, but you know,
Nice, nice.
yeah.
But
I
yeah, it
did
looks like Veggerby got over his initial hurdle. He finally got the Holy Man Disguise and the Maelstrom isolated. So now he can really get going as well. Looks like he's gonna go for Arthur here, for the lead actor.
yeah. I mean, the lead actor you are gonna, want to get pretty out the way just because of A, how close it is, and B, like, there isn't really a too much of a reason to go to the amputation knife, then come back to get the lead actor, and then, Dawood, or not Dawood, Maelstrom. A lot of the times, when in doubt, just try to do like everything in a collective area and do as little back and forth as possible for the most part. I mean, there may be like some very niche exceptions, but those are very rare. So relying on those is never really the answer when it comes to getting a fast spin done.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. That being said, like especially if like you're a newer player to roulette, right? Like also just stick to what you're comfortable with. So like even like a certain order or sequence, like doesn't necessarily have to be the fastest as long as you're comfortable with it and you can pull it off, right? And then you still have a fairly good shot at actually winning the map, especially on the longer, more trickier maps like a Mumbai.
Oh yeah, for sure. We've seen it like plenty of times where a player will do a suboptimal strat and then they're like playing a better player, but that better player rips or something, and all of a sudden they have this huge lead and they take it just because they were the more consistent player. Like being a fast player is good and all, but if you're very inconsistent, it really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Spot the Cat has initiated the Bricklore here, knocks out these two container guards. And we should be seeing Vanya coming out in a little bit. And the first skill happening in less than a minute from now if everything goes according to plan.
Yeah. So it looks like Vanya's guards got pretty out the way. He's doing something to slow her down so that way, she doesn't get too far ahead. And now, just needs to play the bump game where you have to kind of bump all these people quite a bit. But
Yeah. I mean, that can always so be super annoying and out of your control how her guards and her servant are behaving, right? Like how far they're backtracking. It's super annoying, actually. But yeah,
yeah,
nothing that a little bumping can solve. And we do see the very first kill of Spot the Cat here.
yeah, great job. And now he goes back to the elite guard disguise, and even if he didn't pick up Beak Staff is nearby, so that shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah, there are a
Meanwhile,
lot of big staffs on the map, honestly. More than you would expect. You get at least
yeah,
like 5 of them or so from memory.
yeah. It looks like Veggerby got that lead actor, so now he just needs to get the amputation knife, which is probably advised to do after the Vanya Shah and Dawood kill, just because it is near Vanya Shah, so might as well get them out the way and just do you know Maelstrom last. Meanwhile, he does switch to the Holy Man, and looks like that is his plan because he grabs a brick and everything. Meanwhile, Spot the Cat really just out here waiting for Dawood to take his sweet time getting to the point he wants.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, even if Holy Man isn't a part of the spin, like if you isolate Maelstrom right there, I would still always knock out Holy Man and get his disguise because Holy Man barely has any enforcers in the slums here in Mumbai, whereas most other disguises do, and it can be hell to navigate with those. Or hell, it's just annoying. And Holy Man, for the
Yeah.
most part, has free reign.
Ooh, some... Okay, enough guards got passed out by the snail. I was very worried there that the snail might have not gotten all of them, but got the ones he needed. So Spot the Cat does the successful kill. Still, you know, a little worried about that one guard, but, you know, it should be fine. There isn't really anybody going to go over there. Meanwhile,
True,
you know,
but it
yeah.
did look a bit sketchy there, though. Having
Yeah.
that one guard still up, and Dawood saw the knockout, of course, and then he got like frontally stabbed with the big staff. Luckily,
Yeah.
no guard. You can sometimes have one of those crows, right? Like standing in the door, and he
Yeah.
can hear a scream. But luckily, they were both inside, so no worries there for Spot the Cat. And yeah, in quick succession, now the third kill. And
Yeah,
he will
and
be
just
heading
has
to
to
exit
leave,
right now.
which is very close by with the taxi, picking up coins on the way. So yeah, that's going to be a GG towards Spot the Cat.
Yeah.
We'll distribute the daisies. There's still daisies, at least for now. I'll probably keep them as that. So the next map is going to be Sapienza, a classic map.
Yeah, and just a good map too.
Yeah,
For the left.
just a good map in general. Like, you know, there isn't really like a game mode or a way to play this game where Sapienza doesn't you know, slap.
True.
Which is like very rare for you know, Hitman, just because there's a lot of maps that are like, they're good casual but kind of, you know, isn't that good like for speed running, or good for speed running, but roulette, it's kind of a pain in the ass. And you know,
Yeah, no, exactly. So identical stats here for both players on Sapienza. That's interesting. Again, not a big sample to go off on, just like in Mumbai, but
yeah,
that is a funny coincidence.
yeah, no, seeing the you know, the same stats, it's like, wow, they're, it doesn't mean they're like super equal, but it does, you know, show like, it's just funny. Yeah. 1 minute left on the spin. And of course, fast 415 from Fanium. We see both players, you know, practicing quite different stuff. Seems like Veggerby is practicing mud shots, which are banned in this tournament. And Spot the Cat is practicing that, you know, way to get Franny over to the sink slash not in it, her normal area. So
Yeah, no, exactly. It's always cool to see what players are doing before the spin begins. Some players load in and have some fun or practice a certain strat or whatever. Other people are just chilling and waiting on the loading screen. It's always interesting to see.
yeah, the most common one I've seen on Sapienza, other than like, you know, everybody just kind of, not everybody, but most players I feel like just chill at the screen, wait for the spin, is the Dr. Lafayette grab. Because, you know, he's kind of a weird grab to get, but we do not see that today. Instead, do you want to read off the spin, Frody?
Yeah, sure, my pleasure. So, Silvio Caruso, Loud SMG as the butler, and Francesca DeSantis, Explosive Weapon as street performer, aka Jingles. Alright, so 2 unique disguises here. Sapienza has a ton of disguises, but 2 unique ones. So, this is pretty cool spin.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fairly cool spin. I think Butler is a very fun grab, at least like for me. you know? And then Street Performer, uh, kind of a pain, but really with the medics, it is kind of easy. Although it does seem like a double medic for the outfits, at least, I would say. But thankfully, you know, these targets don't really require medics at all, so that's a good thing. Both players taking their time with the loadout just because it is kind of a thinker of a spin. It's not really one of those spins that you're like, oh yeah, I definitely just need this and this. Loud SMG kind of throwing a wrench in because normally you just grab the handheld silence SMG, but you know, the only handheld SMG is, you know, does require a briefcase as well as the two-handed, which if you're bringing an SMG, there isn't really a point of doing the two-handed SMG. So
Yeah, exactly. And also they're not really on the map either, loud SMGs. So you're gonna have to bring them. You're gonna need to bring a breacher ideally. I mean, there is one explosive in the lab, but that's like so far away. You would do a lot of backtracking. So yeah, you're already bringing in a loud SMG. You're already bringing in an explosive weapon. Like you mentioned, you kind of want to have an medic for the street performer. So that doesn't leave much room for the rest, for like taking out the fires and stuff. So yeah, it is interesting. It's definitely interesting.
yeah, so both players starting very opposite locations. I see a safe house for Spot the Cat. Veggerby is going Harbor Dock, probably just to get that instant street performer. Spot the Cat, I do like his start more just because the ICA safe house has an instant, you know, stash. So that even though it's like technically longer for the street performer, that extra stash on a, you know, such a loadout heavy spin is going to be very useful for him. Not saying Veggerby can't have a stash at all or anything, but he's going to have to, you know, go a bit more out of the way to get his stash.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And yeah, we do see a small lead there for Spot the Cat. Of course, he loaded in a good 40 seconds earlier, so it makes sense that he has the lead. Purely in-game time, Veggerby did get the Street Performer disguise slightly faster, but of course, it's all about real time and not about in-game time. So it doesn't matter if you have the fastest strat if you took too long in the planning phase. It's all about who finishes first, of course, which is part of the skill set. And we do see a rip there for Veggerby. Street Performer got found there.
Yeah.
Oof.
Kind of
And
weird.
so late. So late.
And Spot got ripped because that guard like turned right when he started throwing the can. Very unfortunate timing for Spot, but you know, we practically just brought the game back to even. Spot losing that like 40-second, you know, loadout planning advantage, but
yeah. Oh, and another rip for Veggerby there, trying to throw the medic grenade there.
Yeah. So
yeah, a bit of a rocky start here for both players. A couple of rips here and there. Not what you want to see on a map like Sapienza most of the time.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, it seems like both players will definitely get back to their feet. If you do rip, you want to rip, like, at the start. Just because, like, start rips don't really matter that, like, much. Because, you know, you only lose so much time. So, that's why, like, a lot of players will go for the most pain-in-the-ass disguises, like, first, if they can. That's why you're getting, like, Street Performer. Because that Street Performer, even though he's there for the entire time, he's the most out of the way thing in this spin, and he's the most pain in the ass, so it's like no reason not to do him first.
I do like Veggerby switch it up now to a medic mine in the briefcase, so only getting in, also no risk of ever getting spotted. Also, Timecube mentioned that the first time where his body got found, right? Of course, he used a medic grenade, and that radius is pretty big. So some other NPCs got sick there as well. So after he knocked out the street performers, they rerouted back there to the nearest puking spot. And that's how that body got found so late. But yeah, nice switch up by Veggerby there to just use the medic mine now. Should be completely safe. But yeah, still a lead here for Spot the Cat.
Yeah. It looks like Veggerby got his stash going on, so he has the portable loud SMG. Now he just needs to worry about the sniper, if I recall correctly. Meanwhile, Spot the Cat, he has the sniper on his back, and he's using it as a silenced pistol, which is a strategy if you do not have, a silenced pistol on you, which, such, like I said, such a loadout heavy spin, having that pistol spot be a seeker does make a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
now,
Oh, and a big
yeah,
rip from Veggerby there, and an incredibly big lead now for Spot the Cat because of that.
yeah, no, that rip does leave Spot the Cat with, he has the disguise. He should have the loud explosive with him, and he is in proximity with Franny right now, so really not much wrong can happen. He just has to wait the correct amount of time. So
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of what Spot the Cat did there, however, because like he arrived there at pretty much the standard Frenny timing, then decided to throw an distraction up onto the roof. It made the initial guard go up, but the other guard came in now in a far more horrible decision, and now position, and now he has like way more time loss here. Like it actually backfires this whole plan. Whereas if he just waited for Frenny to get behind their desk, knock her out, and drag her into the side room, you don't have to deal with those guards anyway. And like it's a lot quicker and a lot safer, honestly.
yeah. So, but he does get it successfully, so even though it's time loss, you just kind of have to live with it sometimes. Now it looks like he's doing coin shenanigans. I haven't seen that too much. We will have to see what he's... Oh, just for the easy KO. Okay. But
now the thing is, of course, he doesn't have Calmers, right? And usually you clear out the Sylvia's projector room with Calmers, and then it's super easy. So he has to do a little bit of tinkering here without the Calmers, hence that coin throw there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Silvio is coming up, needs to be careful here. And does got the body found as well for Spot the Cat. And yeah, that guard will see the body too. That guard has seen the body. That's a restart.
Yeah.
And that is a big rip for Spot the Cat there.
Yeah, big rip. Now a very slight lead with Veggerby. He does have, the disguise, and he's traversing pretty well. Last time he got spot by the camera, but now he's successfully getting it taken care of. So...
Yeah, and he's making nice timing, honestly. Like, this guard will just be turning around on his own right there. Yeah, he is turning. Veggerby can still just make the standard Freddy timing. That's about 15 seconds. Slightly more. Should be fine, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's definitely good for the Freddy timing. Probably, like, arguably a bit perfect because it is 240. So, like, getting there at, like, 235. You don't have to wait that long.
We saw a guard just turn away, and that's just a quick KO. We'll drag her even into the side room. Has the breacher on him, so could just get this kill straight away.
Which he probably will do. Or... No, he doesn't. He waits a bit more. I wonder what he's gonna wait for exactly.
I'm curious too. He decides to go into the bathroom here. Wants to get another guard in here for a disguise by the looks of it.
Yeah, either... I mean, it's either disguise or, like... Yeah, that's the only thing I think of. Maybe security, but, like, not really. Because, like, that guard has nothing to do with Franny. So...
Yeah, maybe he just wants a disguise already. Actually changes disguises right now.
Yeah. So it looks like he's just gonna come back here later and do the kill. So meanwhile, Spot the Cat is back in, you know, that area. It will be interesting to see. He is gonna do that same strat as before, which is
Yeah, it does look like
kinda,
it.
yeah. Meanwhile, Veggerby is grabbing the butler right now.
Yeah, I'm very interested in as to why he didn't kill Francesca right there already. He had the disguise, he had the kill weapon. It feels like an unnecessary way back up, but we'll see what he has planned.
I mean, the only other thing I could think of, which is like a scary scenario, is if he like thought the spin was, you know, explosive butler, because that does happen where, at least for me, sometimes I'll swap the, you know, disguises or swap the kill conditions, and you know that's a
Yeah,
reset.
exactly.
And he gets a reset. Not sure. He probably reset because he doesn't have an emetic for the butler, and he realizes that's, you know, the only realistic way to get, you know, that butler.
No, that's not really true. You can just do a throw and distraction and lure him in the little side room.
Oh,
You don't need
really?
a medic for him. Yeah.
Oh.
And that should be pretty safe. We do see a body found here and a lockdown for Spot the Cat. He should still be good. That is Silvio
Yeah.
heading to the lab, which is an interesting strat. Both of these guards should be fine. Only Silvio saw them. Spot the Cat does have to like make his way down there though.
Yeah, because like he does go towards that guard with the shotgun, and I'm pretty sure if Silvio sees a body and then goes to a guard, that just means that it will be a rip because he spreads the information. So, but it's not looking like that's happening. Instead, he is just doing like you said earlier, throw into, you know.
Yeah, only he needs to not throw it against the wall, just at that entrance there. But he also already used the. Okay, this is weird.
Yeah, it's not working out for him.
I don't know why he is not responding to that. He seems frozen as well.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very weird behavior going on with from the game. So does
And he loses his scan. Oh no, he lost the scan in the corner. No.
now doing bullet distractions, which that works?
Yeah. I mean, that does work, but he still has to deal with the other mate in that room there as well. So it is looking slightly sketchy. It does have the butler on the leash.
Yeah, the
Also, that
butler's,
sniper here is sketchy as well. Like, ugh. They even catch a glimpse of it.
yeah, and he just like leaves. I guess he just gives up on the butler, maybe like hoping that the AI will reset or something. Gets
Yeah.
Silvio. So now he's
And we see
knocked
a
out.
restart from Veggerby as well. It's funny how Sylvia was just walking back. Spot the Cat was alert to it, saw him in instinct, decided, I can just knock you out already. I'll come
Yeah.
back for you later.
All right, there we go. Now the, you know, Chandler will work. Knocks out the maid this time.
Yeah, he's still just in the door entrance though. Has to wait a little bit here. Does get him now? Yeah, he does.
Oh, but Silvio's body's found.
Sylvia's body found. That must be. Yeah,
Yeah, a guard.
that's a god. Oof. And you know what that is? That might have been Franny's guard actually, because she wanders around, or he wanders around when she goes missing. If you kill her, and he can go into the lab as well, so that might have been Franny's guard there.
Yeah. And you know, we are seeing a minute ago Veggerby did a reset. He finally got that tree performer, so yeah, so we're practically just back to square one. But what were you gonna say?
I said I do love how like unpredictable roulette is, because at first glance before the match started, right, I saw Mumbai and Sapienza, and if I had figured like any of those two maps that players would be struggling with or would be lasting us a long time, it would be Mumbai out of those two.
Oh
Yet,
yeah,
Mumbai was finished in 10 minutes. And Sapienza, they're already 17 minutes in. And
yeah,
like, that's kind of what I love about roulette, like how unpredictable it is. You never know what you're gonna get.
oh yeah. No, it's just like so many weird spins can cause just shit to happen, and like I said, just super unpredictable what you're gonna get, not just with the spins but just watching the matches. Even seasoned veterans can lose to like roulette rookies, just with the right spin or some weird strat that goes on. And I feel like it goes very well with this game in particular too, because it's oddly structured and unpredictable, if that makes sense. There's just like everything you do to manipulate the structure of the game kind of causes it to be messed around in unpredictable ways at times. So
definitely. And I gotta say, I also really feel and understand these players, because I still remember a match where I was playing against Giannini, and like both Giannini and me have played Sapienza like a ton of times, right? This was like what, 1-2 years ago or something.
yeah,
And it took us like I don't even remember who won in the end, but like after 25 or 30 minutes, there still wasn't a winner. Like the Sapienza still wasn't finished. That was like absolutely like who would predict that? Like Yanini and me playing on like our most played map, and we're just stuck on the map for 25 minutes. Like absolutely ridiculous. You gotta say that's you gotta love that about roulette, like the unpredictability. You never know.
yeah. And like this feeling is scary because on a map like on a map like Sapienza, you think like, oh, my opponent should have gone this done by now. So it's like you just feel like your opponent is like at any time near the end or something. Like you could think like, oh yeah, it's been like, we only have 11 minutes left on the spin. They're probably like right at the exit, right? And then you like have more time, and although the best thing is like just to kind of forget your opponent and like their strats, kind of just let them do what they do. Because, one of the only bad parts about competitive Hitman is that there isn't really a way to quote unquote manipulate your player's game. Like other things like Counter-Strike or fighting games, it's 1v1.
Yeah.
So
the interesting thing that just happened, sorry to interrupt you, like SpotTheCat actually got the lore on Franny, like she responded to it, and she will be going to the attic here, which is something you don't see very often.
Yeah.
And it's actually funny here.
But hey,
look at that. We see Franny routing there, but her guards will follow her. However, this is not good. Like, it's funny, it's cool to see, but it's not good.
Yeah,
this is not what you want at all.
But it does look like SpotTheCat is just gonna try to work with it. So, he will do what he will do, and it will be nice to see if he finds a way to make this viable by closing near the door. Franny doesn't see him. We'll see if her guards do. Since if the first one does or the second one does, that's bad news, which none of them do. So he could just double knockout, but oh, that's gonna be
Yeah, but
close. Oh,
this is
just
so
in time.
sketchy. No, yeah, because they're gonna transfer it instantly when she sees it. Like
Yeah,
that's oh, what was going on?
that was close. I would want to see that like be done in a viable way. Just with the setup and everything, there isn't really a reason to do it on purpose, but you know, like if somebody found
Like
some niche way, that would be cool.
like you're never gonna see that in a viable way, but it would have been very cool to see him pull it off and get that kill on the roof. Like because it would have been something that we haven't seen before, but it's never gonna be viable. You know,
Yeah,
like just no.
yeah. All right,
But yeah, we do have
Veggerby did get.
Veggerby. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, he did get the Butler's disguise, which is very good. Now he does have a Silvio isolated. So honestly, looking or I spoke too soon. He got
wall hacked.
yeah.
Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, no, I was trying to
That
think like what else could have happened other than a wall hack, but that has to be one. There's no other way.
yeah. Unless that door was still open and it just closed as soon as his camera angle snapped back to what happened, but oof, I don't know. But also, just some crazy unlucky stuff happening for Veggie there as well. And
Yeah.
like less than 8 minutes remaining here. Could we actually see a Sapienza draw? That's a long time ago since we had that.
Hey, honestly, I could see it happening. Like the stars are aligning for a Sapienza draw. Even though like I have a weird relationship with draws, they are kind of hype when they happen if it's a uncommon map like this one, but you know, you kind of do want that conclusion a bit, you know. So I do hope one of these players clutches it out at the end and gets like a 29 or something. So
We do see SpotTheCat mixing it up a little here. Actually goes for the butler disguise first now, which again makes a lot of sense because Franny, you can just set her up. Like you don't have to go for jingles straight away.
yeah. And it's like very close to a boat exit too, so it's not like you're too far away from an exit or something. So you get the butler, you set up a Franny and Silvio, and then get the Silvio kill obviously. So good shit from Spot the Cat there. We will see him do some shenanigans, but meanwhile, Veggerby did get past the mansion, so now he's making his way onto doing all the upstairs jazz.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still both players still have a good chance to finish. It's still 6 minutes remaining. They're both like roughly 2 minutes in, so they could definitely do this.
Yeah, no, it definitely is possible. It's not one of those times where it's like, yeah, no, but they are kind of on their last run. Like, the longer it goes on, obviously, but unless like maybe they rip like this second and they get a really fast route, like, I would say, I think we were passing the point where it is their last run. So,
yeah,
every move will matter. Which
yeah,
there's just something. I was about to say there's just something about seeing that time clock down that causes like so much anxiety. So,
Yeah, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing here from SpotTheCat. However, unless he's gonna knock out this guard too, which it does look like he's gonna do. So at least he is aware that will be friendly set up. He will take out this final guard as well, and then she should be just safe in there.
Yeah.
No more guards lurking around. They can focus on Silvio now. So like, yeah, less than 5 minutes, still possible. However, for both players. And yeah, Veggerby also just has Frenny isolated, has her knocked out. Does this? Oh,
that's
no,
his rip.
And the side KO. No.
That's his rip. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He is gonna give it another attempt, but with main square tower. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, he's probably just doing stuff for fun.
Yeah, maybe he's just doing a speedrun strat now. Sasso
Yeah.
from the tower. Yeah, definitely. Bringing muffins. We're gonna see a boost.
Yeah. Honestly,
But
out
yeah,
of
this is
anything to do with a game over, a Sasso run is definitely one of the better things. But go on.
But well, SpotTheCat can still get this. We have a little less than 4 minutes remaining. Has Frenny set up? Has the Butler disguise? Has a loud SMG? Will work on the Silvio kill right here. Actually, gonna drag him all the way here and all the way down. All right.
I mean, it's worth it because, you know, in theory, like, oh, sure, you can, like, take advantage of boxes and stuff, but you just want so little, you know, room to fail. It's like, why not drag him all the way down here, you know? Like, especially that where, you know, just doesn't get done the first round. So now he's on his way.
But the thing is, he can't spend too much time, right? There's only 3 minutes remaining. He still needs to get the virus. He still needs to get the street performer disguise and exit. Like 3 minutes, it's doable, but it's also like you can't waste too much time anymore here.
Yeah.
But yeah, all eyes on SpotTheCat now. He does have to pistol snipe the virus too, and this may take some time as well. Misses the first shot, misses the second. Third
he does get it.
And that's, yeah, fourth shot. Now needs to breach this wall here as well. Did panic a couple of guards, but should be fine. We got a propane right here.
Yeah.
Little over 2 minutes remaining here. It's still doable. Shoots open this wall. Has to be careful. This guard right here can become an enforcer.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Oof.
Oh, that weight is so killing me right now. He has to, like, wait for this guard to, like, get past him. All right, now he can go.
He's also super unpredictable because he can just turn around at any point right here, right? And yeah, still another enforcer here as well. 150 left. He still needs the... Ooh, and that's a big whoosh.
Yeah. Oh my god, he has it though. I believe in him.
Has to make Jingle sick. 1:35 remaining here on the clock.
Oh my god. I mean, he does have...
Sometimes you're super unlucky with Jingles, right? Where he's still in his animation and he has to finish that animation first before he gets sick.
Hopefully I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, a little bit of buffering, but okay, we're good. And he does get sick.
Yeah. And this should be good, but you have to be safe here as well. Like, you gotta knock him out. You can't just... Like, people will find him here. He has to drag him up a little bit, and he's going to, but the time is ticking. Less than a minute. Well, this is looking good for SpotTheCat in the nick of time. He's dragging him all the way up. Come on, every second counts, man. You got
50 seconds! Don't forget to detonate the bomb. Don't forget to detonate.
Come on, man. He should be good, though. Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Oof,
right,
oof,
bam.
Oof.
And then there we go. 29-22.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 38 seconds before the timer has run out.
Yeah, that is a GG.
That is a GG. Oh my god, he did get it in the end. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, next is going to be Wilton Creek, so that's the complete opposite of what that map should be. I mean, like you said earlier, like, we can get along Wilton Creek because of how unpredictable roulette is, but man, it's super exciting seeing, you know, such a very... That was like one of the closest matches I've seen.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's not at all what I expected when I saw Sapienza. To have it come down to the last 30 seconds. That's absolutely crazy.
All right, and now 2 minutes to put up your predictions. So, you know, don't forget to do those. Meanwhile, not much data on this one, just a 0-1 record for Spot the Cat. So, nothing really to go off of in terms of data. So, yeah.
Yeah, true. Whittleton is a very cool map for roulette, though. And again, like on paper, a map where you would say, just like Sapienza, this shouldn't take too long, but it's a beauty of roulette. We'll never know what we're gonna get. We might see another last-minute finish here from one of these players. But yeah, Whittleton is cool. Whittleton is definitely a cool map.
Yeah. No, I definitely like, I think it was like overhated just because there was blood money people who are like, oh, it's nothing like, the original. And it's like, it's still a very, cool map. I like it a lot. So, I know like my first playthrough, I didn't like the clues, but when I actually started getting to roulette, I kind of understand why they made the clues mandatory. Just because like, once you start getting some pretty fast, Whittletons, the clues are the thing that makes it interesting. Even though, like, yeah, you're not going to go for different clues every time. You're just going to go for, Baddie's backyard, dig in the grave with the newspaper. That's just like something never going to change. It does add to the routing. It's like, when you do the clues is what makes it fascinating to me. So 20 seconds left on the spin. We will see what comes up.
Yeah, and yeah, SpotTheCat already secured himself 4 points, which is extremely crucial for the standings in this Group H as well. So he must be happy with that. He's looking forward to make it 6. Vegger still wants to snatch those last 2 points for himself. And the spinners arrive. What do we have?
All right, we have Janus Consumed Poison as Gunther, and we have Nolan Assault Rifle Cassidy Bodyguard. So this one's a very straightforward spin. Consumed Poison might take a little bit of time, but not too much. Gunther is literally right there. Maybe like the problem would be, getting Gunther without Janusine, but not really. Meanwhile, Nolan Cassidy Bodyguard, that's an easy grab, and Assault Rifle, you could just bring that. No reason to grab the Nolan Cassidy Assault Rifle from the weapon vault. Although, one thing I would like to see that I did on my first Whittleton without knowing strats is actually luring Nolan with the gun vault, even though it's way too risky to do and there's a lot of better Nolan strats. I would like to see that one day.
We see Vegger going for a smuggle that I've never really seen anyone use. That's pretty cool. And he's going to go through the secret tunnel as well towards Janus's house. But yeah, on first sight, not a difficult spin. Although I could see like the Gunther Mullitus guys could like trip things up, right? Because usually when you take out Gunther, you take out Janus as well. It's not often where you FTK out Gunther before and leave Janus up for a little while. So that could definitely be a bit tricky for these players. But all in all, not too crazy of a spin here for Whittleton, I think.
Yeah. We are Spot got caught, but what we are seeing from him is that he's doing the poisoning the vents, just knocking everyone in that area out. Meanwhile, Veg did get seen, but he's doing trash starts like you said earlier. Do that unorthodox stash.
It's a pretty good start, man. It's not a trash start. What are you talking about?
What? No, I didn't say it was a bad start. You said
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
Okay. Yo, Observer, thank you for the $5 towards the charity. I find that dope. In case you guys don't know, there's like an option to add a charity donation for different charities, and I chose the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So, every dollar is appreciated. Don't feel like you have to donate, obviously, but it is dope, Observer, to do that. So, yeah. Anyways, back to the match though. It does look like Spot the Cat got that successful isolation. He just has to do a little bit more dragging into here.
I find it interesting that he's going with the fumigation strat here for Nolan. I mean, it makes sense. Janus is like on a timer, like pretty much he will die roughly 3 minutes in-game time. There's about 2 more minutes to set that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you don't see this too often, the fumigation strat, unless it's for like drowning or whatever. He does get spotted by that guard who just ran in and didn't get affected by the things. Or did he turn it off? Yeah, he turned it off, right?
No, I think he left it on. He still didn't get affected though. So maybe it like either takes some time or like you have to be in the room like for X amount of time or something. But
no, it should take effect
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, Veggerby is taking out here, right? Like this now is like the sketchy part. Because like Janus did find that body now, and will report and will even go into a lockdown right now.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine, but it adds a lot of time, right? So like that's like kind of the sketchy part.
For sure. You know, it's like, yeah, it is a very I don't know, it's just like a lot of added time, although I don't think, you know, it's not going to cause any rips. So as long as you got the poison, you got the disguise. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's definitely the slow and safe route instead of the speedy route, but there isn't really too much risk. Although there is like probably the realistic possibility where you couldn't just think of anything else to do. So, I mean, maybe like just wait a tad bit for Janus to sit down so you can knock out Gunther and drag him into the bathroom instead. But, you know.
Yeah, and we do see the guards collapsing one by one here. And we should see the kill on Nolan here pretty soon as well. I mean, he got Cassidy's bodyguard all over the place. It does look like he's going to go for the loud option. Is dragging Nolan all the way over here.
Yeah, dragging him and a bodyguard. Doing it a bit more safe than last time, which I do, you know, like. Drags the bodyguard first, takes this disguise, bam, and that'll be a kill. So now he just has to take care of Janus, which, you know, shouldn't be too bad of problems. Mainly just a wait game, so you just set up Janus and then do the clues and, you know.
Yeah, but he is on a timer though. Like 2 minutes. Like Janus is already downstairs. He still has Gunther to worry about. He has that other guy to worry about. This might be cutting it close. Maybe slightly too close, depending on how he's going to approach it. Of course, can get it on his way back as well, but that's not ideal, really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, looks like you know, although Spock the cat is, you know, coming a bit close, he is navigating really well through this area and gets into the house, so that's amazing news for him. Meanwhile, Veggerby, he just kind of sitting there, you know, doing nothing, which, you know, the good old roulette rivals rule is if you're just sitting there doing nothing, 99% of the time you're doing it wrong.
Now, but the thing is, he's waiting for the consume poison kill, right? But Janus was put in a lockdown, so that's like, he can't really afford to like change into another disguise. He already is waiting for Nolan here too. He triggered a dialogue. We'll isolate him in the garage. Veggerby is actually pretty close to finishing the spin, but does get red guns with a body found there.
That is very upsetting.
That's heartbreaking. Yeah, that's heartbreaking there. Oof, it was looking so good for Veggie there. Honestly, he just had to wait for the consume poison to kick in. Nolan was almost on his way to the garage. Like he was a minute away from finishing pretty much. And that looked like it was the one guard in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, SpotTheCat has the Gunther Muller disguise here. Still has the... Looks like he is going to serve the tea. and set that up as well. So Janus should spot that and get it once he goes back into the house, which means SpotTheCat has just one more clue remaining. I hope that he doesn't forget about that one. He's actually gonna lure him inside. Should be a nice little time save. It should work that way that as soon as Janus spots the tea being served, being ready there, he should go for it.
If Janus was its founder, perhaps he's still attending these gatherings, 47.
Yeah, we'll see though.
Valuable information
The spot is practically right there, you know, so just walking towards the exit, it's gonna wait, you know, towards he has the crowbar, so he's gonna go for this manhole. Or no, he's not. Which, you know, that was a good decision because technically somebody can rip you there, but
Yeah, I also just doesn't want to risk it, and he's still waiting for the kill anyway, right? So why risk it there when you're still not done yet? Might as well just run to the main exit.
yeah.
And of course, you do have to hope that Janus will die from it. You know, Veggerby is setting it up, and then like he is, like this body got found for him the last time around. He actually needs to fully box it there. And yeah, SpotTheCat just waiting at the exit, waiting for Janus to die. Hopefully that will happen for him. If not, Fetcher still has a chance to catch up. Of course, gets the lockdown again on Janus.
And a body found. I believe that one was KO'd, so
it is. But this should still be okay if Janus just drinks and dies later, as long as he doesn't tell anyone. But Veggerby just is restarting here. And this is taking an awful long time for SpotTheCat for Janus to die there. This must be nerve-wracking as well.
I know, because like sometimes you think it's like, did I do something wrong? Did I like not turn on the tea or like, you know, do rat poison instead or something? It's like, what did I do? But you know, it is exactly. Just a waiting game at the end of the day.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's gonna take.
Yeah, it feels longer than normal. I feel like something is up. There has to be.
I mean, please tell me he actually poisoned the tea and not just pour it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one possible. Oh. No, just body found. I got excited by the found. I mean, that is a thing that happens where it's like, you know, people like will do the first prompt and they think they're good when they have to do 2 prompts. And Veggerby hitting us with the 2 minutes of commercials while SpotTheCat just stands there. So we got some exciting gameplay going on right now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I left all out roulette. But it shouldn't take that long unless something is broken. For SpotTheCat. I mean, he did pour the tea, he did poison it. Again, I hope he did poison it. I'm assuming he poisoned it. He's also not checking his map. He should be heading to the kitchen pretty soon here.
Yeah, this is just very weird to watch right now.
Chat is asking, is the T cycle dependent? Or does Janus just see it? I might be mixing it up with the muffin, but it should be as soon as he sees the tea being poured. When he passes the kitchen, then he should go for it. Maybe not on his way back, but regardless, he should be in the kitchen now. I'm seeing SpotTheCat through his instinct. Janus should be roughly at the kitchen and should be start drinking pretty soon. If not, you definitely want to go back there and see what's up. That would be heartbreaking as well.
Yeah, all target eliminated. There we go. We get it.
And there we go. Yeah, and just a very long cycle. So that is the cycle depends. So it must be with the muffin where he goes for it earlier, I believe.
Yeah. But I mean, it's he got it either way, so it's fine. That's gonna be a 6-0 for Spot the Cat. Pretty good performance. Let's take a look at the bracket. That was a Group H.
That was Group H. Yeah.
Okay. So Group H going on. It seems like Frody and Yanini has advanced. And we are yet to see Mr. Mike's Feel Gamer, Spot the Cat, David Red Sox. Sadly, that was the elimination game for Veggerby, and Red Fox was eliminated earlier. So, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of Group H, shuffles around. Who is the third and fourth player?
It's actually crazy close and exciting for the third and fourth spot there. If you look at things, these 6 points for SpotTheCat put him in a really good position. He basically just need one more map win in his final match to surpass Field Gamer, put him on 22 points, being secured of that final spot. Or at least being secured over Spielberg. But David Red Sox has only 4 matches, right? He's still like a lot of points. This is crazy.
Yeah,
so that match between David and SpotTheCat, I believe, is gonna be super crucial as well.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that'll be it. Up and coming matches. It seems like there isn't any today, but Friday we will be pretty packed. So, see you guys tomorrow. So that's really it. Let's get a raid going on for Hash. He's doing some Sasso trilogy attempts. So, give him some love. But yeah, peace out, everybody. Raid in 10 seconds.
Yeah. See you later, guys.